In this video, we're going to be talking about why the new crafting system actually broke the new armor system within Apex Legends. Yo, what's good guys, my name is Crazy Pie. In this video, we are going to be talking about why the new crafting system actually messed with the new armor system way more than we actually think, alright? Crafting is a lot more in depth than I actually thought, kind of. It's pretty basic as ever, but the new armor system is a little bit weird with the crafting system. It's pretty nice, it's pretty balanced, I would say, but you definitely can break it and you definitely can turn the tides in your favor, if you hear what I'm saying. So hear me out. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe below, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and we will get into it. So with Season 6 dropping to Apex today, we have crafting and we have the new armor system. If you don't know what the new armor system is yet, they basically made the time to kill a lot shorter. So instead of having regular body shields, it's only Evo shields now. And when you drop, you don't even have an Evo shield, but you'll get one if you hit 50 damage. So pretty cool. I mean, you don't really have to find one. You'll still find body shield or Evo shields throughout the map, but they're now different. So your white body shield will only give you half health, or 25 health. The blue one will give you 50. The purple one will give you 75, aka 3 shield plates instead of 4. Very sad. Same with gold. I picked up a gold shield and it only gave me 3 armor plates, so 75 extra health. And then the red shield is going to give you 200, aka 100 extra health, 4 bars of shield. Pretty cool, I guess. I mean, they changed the game up drastically by doing this. It makes it more balanced and easier to play the game. Like, it's way easier to kill people in this game, I feel like now. But there's one big downfall, alright? And it's linked to crafting. I don't even really know if you can call it a downfall. If you're just a casual player, it's not really a downfall. But if you are, I don't want to say modder or glitcher or just like a troll, not even a troll, but just like kind of like a campy player and just a looter in this game, you're gonna have the biggest benefit you'll ever have with this new crafting system, right? So your Evo shields, they take damage to level up, right? You'll need like 100 or 50 damage to get your first shield, and then it moves up to, I believe, 150 or 250, and then 500 and then 500. But here's where the new crafting system comes into play, alright? There's a permanent item in the crafting shield which will level up your Evo shield by 100 damage, and it only costs 45 materials. So basically, if you want to level up your Evo shield extremely fast, instead of having to get a bunch of kills and put a bunch of damage into enemies, which is, it's going to be a little risky, it's going to be faster, but it's going to be really risky, you can essentially just go around and collect these loot pods, which will give you 25 materials every single time. But here's the catch, alright? Those are pretty nice. You know, you get a good amount of materials from them. You can rotate from zone to zone to get multiple pods. However, you also get 10 crafting materials every time you open up a supply bin, alright? So if you open up 50 supply bins, that's 500 crafting metals just from supply bins, alright? It's going to be a little bit hard to get 50 supply bins, but you'll probably open up a good amount throughout the game. And if you play it smart and don't really rush people, and if you're like a campy player, you can push from, not circle to circle, but from area to area and rotate to get the most out of your bang, or the most bang for your buck with these crafting materials. So essentially, if you just push from zone to zone, you can open up bare supply bins, get bare crafting pods, I guess, and you'll just end up leveling up your Evo shields without even having to put any damage into the enemy. So it's really possible to get a purple or even maybe a red Evo shield just from looting around the map, which is, if you ask me, pretty balanced, and it's fair, I guess, but it's still not really fair, if you know what I mean. If they didn't implement this system where you could upgrade your Evo shield through the crafting system, it'd be a little weird. I mean, it'd make people want to rush each other a lot more, because then, you know, you can't just upgrade your shield. You're forced to go out and fight people to upgrade your shield, which would make the game a lot more fast paced, which is what Apex is supposed to be because of the movement and everything and the legends and everything. You know, it's just a really fast paced game. But with Rampart's new abilities, it's not as campy as I thought, so she is still kind of more of a campy legend. However, you can play the most campy playstyle you want to or you ever can in this new season, and you'll still end up at an advantage because you can just craft better shields, you know what I mean? It's not broken by any means, because you can't just go out and open up 2 supply bins and immediately get a red body shield. However, it is a little bit iffy, alright? I mean, I don't really like when people get a piece of the pie for not doing any work, alright? So if you're just gonna go around looting supply bin after supply bin, crafting pod after crafting pod, and getting a free red shield from it, I don't really rate it, because if I see this guy killing me in game with a red pot, with a red shield, and he doesn't even have a single kill while I'm his first kill, that's kind of disgusting. And not disgusting in a good way. That's really just bad, alright? It just promotes campy play. I don't endorse it. It's not fun. I mean, hey, if you want a free red shield, have fun. Like, just have fun going around the map and looting. But I don't really rate it. I think this whole system could use a work, and the work doesn't really even make sense either, because you can either just reduce the amount of crafting materials that you get, because most things in the actual pod aren't even that much to buy, which would allow you to only spend your materials on worth it items, and I said that with quotation marks because this shield thing is really the only item that is, once again said in quotations, worth it. You know what I mean? It's a crutch basically. Like, you can basically get 100 damage taken off of your evo shield for 45 credits. It's just, who wouldn't want to do that? You know, who wouldn't want to do that? Like, the only thing that people are really spending their money on in the crafting pods, other than maybe the digital threat, but that's only daily, and maybe a med kit, which you'll find already throughout the map and looting bodies, maybe ammo, which you still will find throughout the map looting bodies. The gun's a little iffy too. Like, it just doesn't really make that much sense to me why they would put such an overpowered buy in the crafting pod. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I'm not sitting here salty over it. However, it's just weird. You know, like, it's a crutch basically inside of the crafting pod, and if you're not spending all your materials upgrading your shield, then you're gonna be, it's safe to say, at a little bit of a disadvantage if you're not a good player. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here saying you're not going to be if you're not a good player, but, you know, if you're a bad player and can't get that much kills and damage into the enemies, then this crafting system makes sense. However, you're basically just serving free, you know, health and armor on a silver platter to these players that aren't as good at the game, and giving them an advantage when they could just go out there and rush people if you didn't have this crafting upgrade for the shields, and they'd be forced to rush more people to essentially get better at the game, building them better skills to rush people and get better in gunfights, and they'll learn that rushing is the best way to play, and camping is camping. Like, you have an advantage of camping now if you're playing Rampart, because you have those amped walls, but that doesn't mean that it's the proper way to play. You'll find yourself having a lot more fun if you're rushing, getting face first into enemies' faces, and even if you die, you still learn a lot because you're getting into more gunfights. You know what I mean? Take of it how you want it. Comment down below what you guys feel about this new armor upgrade system in the crafting pods. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I think it's nice. I'm still obviously going to use it, but I don't think it's needed. But let me know how you guys think down below.
It's just fired.